Welcome to The Explainer. We are absolutely surrounded by marks, right? On our screens, in books, on every street sign. But have you ever stopped to think, what if these marks, these letters we see every day, are more than just pointers to meaning? What if they actually hold a memory of their own? Yeah, what if the letters you're reading right now are alive? I mean, not just static pixels on a screen, but what if they carry a whole story locked right inside their very form? Because, in a very real way, they are. They're these incredible vessels of deep memory. And in this explainer, we're going to uncover exactly how the characters we read are living artifacts, each one carrying a profound memory of its past and of the culture that gave it shape. All right, so here's our game plan. First up, we'll tackle a really key distinction. Then we'll take a trip through history, dive into what we're calling the field of meaning, see how this all applies to our future, and finally, we'll bring it all back home to you. Okay, let's dive right in. And we have to start with this crucial distinction, because honestly, it's going to change how you see the written word forever. This isn't just about semantics, it's a fundamental shift in perception. So, what is a glyph? Well, first and foremost, a glyph is a physical thing. It's a purposeful mark made in the world. I want you to picture the specific curve of an S chiseled into ancient stone, or maybe the sharp, clean angle of a Z in a modern font. Its meaning is right there, embedded directly in its form. Now, a symbol, that's a different beast entirely. A symbol is basically just a pointer. Its actual shape doesn't matter nearly as much as our collective agreement about what it means. Think about the play button on your remote. That little triangle doesn't look like playing, does it? Nope. We just all agree that it means go. So here's the key takeaway, the really crucial point. Glyphs anchor us to the physical world, to the embodied, to the messy, beautiful context of lived experience. Symbols, on the other hand, they're tools of abstraction. They point us away from the concrete. It's kind of like the difference between a specific, unique oak tree in your backyard and the abstract concept of tree. And this just makes it crystal clear, right? Look at the heart icon. We all agree it means love, but let's be real, the shape itself is totally arbitrary. But then you look at a glyph like the Chinese character for ancient, gul. Wow, you can almost see the history in its form. It's a story of a mouth under a shield, a story passed down through generations. The form is the memory. Okay, so with that distinction in mind, let's journey back in time. Because this is where the memory stored in these marks, well, this is where it really comes alive. You see, writing didn't just pop into existence out of nowhere. It evolved. It began with these really physical impressions. Think of Sumerians pushing wedge-shaped tools into wet clay. Then came pictures, like the incredible Egyptian hieroglyphs, which linked marks directly to things in the world. But the real game changer, that was linking marks not to things, but to sounds. And you have to understand, each step here wasn't just a new alphabet. It was a whole new way of thinking, encoded directly into the shape of these glyphs. And these systems, they were literally the bedrock of civilization. This wasn't just about communication. This was about creating a technology for memory. By encoding things like laws and trade deals and sacred knowledge into these durable physical forms, our ancestors could suddenly extend the memory of their entire culture, way, way beyond the lifespan of any single person. All right, so we've established that glyphs hold memory. Cool. But now we get to the really wild part. It's this idea that they don't just hold meaning passively, they actively organize it. They pull it in around themselves. So what exactly is a relational attractor? Well, think of a glyph like a magnet. It's not just sitting there on the page, right? It's creating this invisible field all around it, and it's attracting and organizing meaning. Just like iron filings snapping into a beautiful, complex pattern, a glyph pulls together all our cultural associations, all our personal thoughts, and it creates this intricate web of connections between the physical mark and the idea that pops into our head. And this whole process happens in 3 fields at the same time. First, you've got the context field. That's just the immediate surroundings, the other words on the page. Then there's the cultural field. That's the broader social and historical environment, the whole story of us. And finally, and maybe most importantly, there's the perceptual field, the space inside your mind with all your unique memories. See, the meaning isn't in the glyph itself. It's in the spark, the magic that happens in the interaction between all 3. And what this does is it turns every single glyph into a kind of memory capsule, a little time capsule. It's not just preserving facts, the what. It's preserving relationships, feelings, entire experiences, the how. It's carrying not just what people knew, but how it felt to be them knowing it. So, okay, this is all fascinating historical stuff, but why does any of this ancient concept matter today? Well, let's pull this idea right into our hyper-digital world and see. I mean, look no further than the emoji. It is, for all intents and purposes, our modern glyphic system. Think about the laughing, crying face. It isn't just a simple symbol for funny, is it? Oh no. Depending on the context, who sent it, what other emojis are around it, it can mean pure joy, biting irony, or even deep embarrassment. The meaning is totally fluid, completely contextual. It's deeply, deeply glyphic. And get this, we've even taught our machines how to read glyphs. It's called optical character recognition, or OCR. And basically, the AI does it by breaking the shape down into its component parts. It measures every curve, every line, every single intersection, and then it matches those features against a gigantic database of known glyphs. It is an absolutely incredible feat of pure analytical left-brain logic. But, and this is a huge but, this brings us to a really profound question. An AI can identify the letter A perfectly, 1,000,000 times a second. But can it access the memory of the field that surrounds that A? Can it feel the echo of a Roman chisel carving that shape into stone? Can it sense the heavy weight of a Gutenberg press? Or is it just the ultimate pattern matcher, forever locked out of the deep, relational right brain meaning that these glyphs truly carry? And that very question, that brings us right to our final section. It's time to turn this powerful lens away from the machines and back onto ourselves. I want you to think about your own handwriting for a second. Seriously, it's not just a way of forming letters, is it? It is a direct, physical, embodied record of your personal history. The way you learn to write, the energy you have on a given day, your mood, it's all encoded right there in those marks. And your signature, that is the ultimate personal glyph. It's a powerful relational attractor that connects your physical body to your entire identity in the world. The philosopher Ludwig Wittgenstein once said, "Whereof one cannot speak, thereof one must be silent." He was pointing to the limits of language, to this whole realm of human experience that words just can't touch. And you know what? It's in that powerful silent space that glyphs do their most profound work. They give form to the unsayable. They invite us not just to read, but to remember, to feel. So the real question I want to leave you with is this. What memories are lying dormant, just waiting for you in the shapes you see and the shapes you make every single day?